Hello everybody, it's you, the Exceptional Gamer here. Today I want to talk about the golden age of Call of Duty Zombies, and the golden age is where the period of time in which the franchise was at its peak. And when I think about the golden age of zombies, my mind just immediately goes to Black Ops 3. I'm sure a lot of other people's minds do as well. In fact, based off of most of the community's reactions, I would say that the golden age of zombies really was Black Ops 3. I just realised my phone went off during that. It's on silent now. By the way, if I sound different, it's just because I'm a bit ill. I feel like the reasons why this was just such a great time was pretty obvious. I mean, we had some of the best maps of all time, like Gorod Krovi coming out, and, you know, Der Eisendrache, and I just feel as if we all just loved them maps. Like, sure, there were a few criticisms, but they're just... I don't ever remember anybody shitting all over the maps, unlike now in Black Ops 4 and with World War 2 and Infinite Warfare. It just didn't really happen with Black Ops 3. I mean, sure, Zetsubo no Shima definitely got its fair share of criticism, but, you know, I think everyone still enjoyed that map to some extent. When Shadows of Evil dropped and the game came out, it really did live up to my expectations, and they were pretty high, because bear in mind this was just after Black Ops 2, which just absolutely evolved Call of Duty Zombies as we know it. Now sure, Shadows of Evil wasn't exactly the best starter map because it was pretty complex, but still, I mean, I personally had a pretty good time with it. It was like the only thing I played at launch, that and the Giant obviously. But, you know, most of the community enjoyed it as well. I've heard more positive things about it than negative. Shadows of Evil took place in Morgue City, which was a 1940s noir-esque city. We had 4 new characters and this huge map just full of Easter eggs and secrets, and everyone was just so hyped up about it, way more than I saw with Black Ops 4 and, you know, any other installment. We then had Der Eisendrache, which was being compared to Origins, which Origins is considered an S tier map by myself and the rest of the community. I think we can all agree that that map is just legendary, and Der Eisendrache just hit the nail on the head, just like just like Shadows of Evil and the Giant. We then had that amazing map, and you know, I've noticed that Black Ops 3 somehow looks better than Black Ops 4, and that is so just confusing to me. Like seriously, every zombies map, it just looked amazing. The Eisendrache brought a lot back actually. It brought the 4 weapons, like 4 elemental weapons should I say, system back. It also brought our Panzer boy, our Panzer Soldat boy back from the grave from Origins, except he had a few different moves on him, but he was still just as annoying. And can we talk about the Easter egg where you blew up the freaking moon and like you got Dempsey back, and that had one of the saddest cutscenes ever. We saw some real emotional depth to our characters, and this will be a reoccurring theme in maps such as Zetsubo no Shima, Gorod Krovi and Revelations, just pretty much all of them. This took the storytelling of zombies to a whole new level. Onward to DLC 2, Zetsubo no Shima, the one which isn't necessarily loved by everyone, but hell, it deserved the criticism. I mean, the developers were hyping it up, saying it was the scariest zombie map ever, and whilst it doesn't top Verrucht in my opinion, I feel like it was still pretty eerie. The gameplay was kind of annoying, but if you're going for an Easter egg, it's actually pretty damn fun. I mean, I remember when I streamed the Easter egg, me doing it solo, it was just such a good time. I remember this is probably where the most zombies memes came from, like in Black Ops 3, this kind of thing. I mean, in DLC 1 for Der Eisendrache, we had the Sucker for Medieval Castles meme, which cracks me up to this day. I think the biggest meme of Zetsubo no Shima was probably the Shrek one, you know, with the Thrashers, and it was the swamp. They were guarding their swamp like Shrek guards his swamp. That was pretty funny. There was also the spider burnouts, which Fantastical Gamer did a video on. Honestly, it was just a good time. DLC 3 came along and we had Gorod Krovi, you know, a map that is very loved by the community, including myself. We had the PPSH back, and everybody's face that played since World at War when that thing showed up in the box, it was just something else. We had freaking dragons in the map. That was just amazing. Honestly, the Eisendrache, Zetsubono Shima, and Gorod Krovi had the saddest cutscenes ever. DLC 4. Now, I feel like this map you either love or hate, and I loved it. I thought it was a good map. Sure, a lot of people argue there was nothing new to the map, and it was just one big nostalgia circle jerk, but it was still fun. We had the Thunder Gun come back. We had quite a few new guns in that map, actually. We also had the Lil Arnie's upgrade thing. I remember that. You had to throw it in the part at spawn in that little window. We also had the Easter egg, which made 0 sense, as well as the boss fight, which was kind of embarrassing. I mean, it took about like 30 seconds, like a minute. I know people could do it really fast. This also, it brings back a personal memory of mine where I actually was streaming a round 100 stream and I fell asleep during the stream. It is still on my channel and the video is like 9 hours long. And then this magical thing happened. This meme, this prophecy was fulfilled, which was DLC 5, aka Zombies Chronicles. JC Backfire and Jason Blundell were able to deliver this just amazing video about Zombies Chronicles and the timeline, and they were basically announcing it, and I think that was so good. And this is where everybody just got so hyped. We had 8 remastered maps. Zombies Chronicles came out on May the 16th, and I'm actually making this as a kind of tribute to that, since it was 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure, and that to me is just wow. That is fascinating. This really was, as Jason Lundell described, a love letter to the community, and I would say this is probably the best thing the Zombies community has ever gotten. This DLC was the most sold DLC on the PlayStation Store for a while. It was something that really just completed Black Ops 3 and really satisfied the community. Both Black Ops 3 and Zombies Chronicles alongside it, that time period from 2015, you know, to the part when Zombies Chronicles came out, and you know, a while after that, it was just this almost magical time period. It just felt so special and wholesome, I guess. Like, everyone was just so happy and everyone was just thriving in the Zombies community, and like I said, it was just such a magical time. Loads of maps that everyone knew and loved came back, and the whole community just rejoiced. Most of us played that game out of pure passion. We all uploaded videos out of it out of pure passion, and I feel like now people just play Black Ops 4 Zombies just to get the daily tier skip, and that's quite sad. This was the real golden age. We had amazing events such as Easter eggs for charity, which raised so much money, and that was just so nice to see. We had the Z House, which was just another awesome thing. I feel like them things really did stem from this kind of mentality of how everyone just enjoyed Black Ops 3 Zombies so much. Obviously, I'm not going to act like Burnout didn't exist, because after all, it was the same game mode, and although I feel like it brought a lot of replayability, especially with the added 8 maps from Chronicles, we all came back to Zombies sooner or later, and we just had a good time again once it happened. I doubt we're ever going to get anything like this again with Call of Duty Zombies, but I think that this was really what the community needed, and I'm just really glad it happened. Black Ops 3 and Zombies Chronicles, it is always going to stick with me because it was just such a good time to be in the the community. I honestly just remember everyone's reaction to Zombies Chronicles, and including my own, it was just, wow, I never felt like that. I never had that excitement. I think the last time I had that kind of excitement was like Blood of the Dead, you know, the trailer for that, the little teaser where you see Primus, but even then that didn't live up to the expectations, whereas Chronicles did, and I think that's what just makes it so much more fulfilling. Chronicles brought back people that left the community, which is something that is very hard to do now in Zombies 2019. In all honesty, I don't think this video does the golden age of zombies justice. I mean, I want to talk about it, but I feel like there's probably so much stuff I've missed. And obviously I don't have zombies privilege. I am accepting of Black Ops 4. I guess it was just a little underwhelming for a lot of us, but I still enjoy the game, don't get me wrong. Like 9 and Classified, Ancient Evil, pretty damn good maps. Blood of the Dead is decent as well, and I'm looking forward to what's coming in the future. So I am the complete opposite of zombies privilege and all of that stuff. I don't know, it's just cool to look back on this magical period. That really is the best way to describe it, and I think I'm gonna leave this video off with this quote from Andy Bernard. You should all know what's coming, and if you don't, then I'll just say it. I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. And I think that is so reminiscent of the release of Black Ops 3 and the whole community and just uploading videos and stuff, and what it was just all like, all the way up to Zombies Chronicles and a bit after that. I just think it was such a great time to just be around. But anyways guys, I'm gonna leave this video here today. If you enjoyed, be sure to smash that like button, comment, subscribe for more. I'd love a discussion about what you think the golden age of zombies was, or if you agree with me, then just tell me your best memories or something. Turn that notification bell on too. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.